Welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi, Tatarigoroshi. A bit of delay there on the opening. Well, delay in general, really. When I started up Steam, it wouldn't frickin' open. So I had to frickin' sign out and sign back in. That's never happened before that I can recall. That was a bit of a pain in the ass. So let's have some barbecue. But let us first have our word of the day. Let's have a look for a word that could fit this maybe. Yeah, I thought so. Barbecue sounds pretty much similar in Japanese. So let's look for meat. Makes sense, actually. God damn it, Java, why are you always like, updates? Well, that makes sense, Niku. It makes me think of, Canon with, Makoto and her Nikuman, which is like a rice meatball or something like that, which makes sense, it's got meat in it. So Niku is the word for meat, and it is the word of the day. The venue for said barbecue was the Friday Shrine Grand where Rick-chan lived. They held events and festivals there and barbecues too. It was the place that held all sorts of ceremonies in Irie. Come to think of it, there was supposed to be a big village festival coming up, but wasn't there? Or Tatarigoroshi or something. Just a festival of death, seeing as like the previous two times, well, it's been established that even prior to the plot, there's been like cases of that every year of it for the past couple of years, and it's wherever. The scenery you could see from that high up was fairly superb, and the combat that paid particular to the shrines was something fairly difficult to find in the city. We left our bicycles at the bottom of the shrine steps and broke into a mad dash up the stairs, and then tripped and went flying down, which would probably be painful if they did. When we arrived on the shrine grounds, the Higurashi fighters and their farms had already gathered and had begun setting up for the barbecue early. Gototoke and Rick-chan were there as well. Yep, completely unrelated this, but I'm gonna ramble anyway. Ow, my ears and my head. And the dog's also like, rrr, 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 rrr. Any more? Rrr, rrr, rrr. I don't know if it's picking up. I imagine it would. And when the dog barks, it doesn't matter that the downstairs, the bark usually picks up on the recording. Anyway, what was I gonna say? With, like, I record this, kind of, updated kind of thing, up-to-date kind of record-wise. I upload, and then I record once I've, uploaded almost, or all the recordings I've got. Like today, as I'm recording this, is Friday, which I'll be uploading today, which would be this part I'm recording here, and I'll probably record enough to have at least 2 parts, at the very least, out of this recording. But the idea is I usually kind of, keep it consistent with that, so it's more up-to-date compared to, say, Final Fantasy X on my main channel, which I haven't done any recording for in, 2 months at least, probably. Maybe even more than that, because I've recorded so much in advance. It's, up to part 90 upload-wise now, I think. So once it, reaches part 96 or something like that, I'll probably start, recording more, because I've recorded up to part 99. So, when it catches up, that's when I gotta record more, obviously. And the thing is, on my main channel, Pokemon XD Gale Darkness and, Wind Waker. Wind Waker, I'm kind of, recording in a similar way to this, because it's more up-to-date, because it's a new one, and I haven't, recorded a shit ton in advance like I did with the other ones. So So that's one way I have to record quite a bit. Like, not overly often, but like, probably like once every week and a half or so like that, I don't know. And it's now become the same with the XD Guild Darkness office. So now it's back to that kind of schedule where I'm like, ah shit, I gotta record this and that as well. Luckily for those, they're both on the GameCube. Unluckily though, my freaking nephew has borrowed my GameCube. So I'd have to set it up all over again for that. And then there's of course this, which is the easiest to record of them, you know. It's just a visual sound novel on Steam, so I can just like use Camtasia. It's the only time I use Camtasia anymore, because like my other LPs, they're all using the capture cards. Can't use Camtasia for that. But, you know, with like, I'm recording directly off the laptop here, well, it technically would be with capture card as well, but different scenario there. So, you know, could actually use Camtasia again here. But anyways, enough rambling. When the snooty start arriving, they wave to us. Oh, so you managed not to forget about this. Curses, if you hadn't come, there would have been not much more meat for me. How truly disappointing it is. You underestimated us, Toko. Now that we've arrived, you don't think you'll be able to have even one bite of that fabulously marbled beef, do you? Remember when we ate our bento here? You and I have a fatal difference in reach. I'll be overwhelming you once again. Could that be referencing the very first one? Like Onikakushi? It's been ages, but it hasn't exactly been like too long that I can't remember it surprisingly. Remember in Onikakushi near the start where they like all sat down to have a picnic? Maybe that's what it's referencing. I wonder if beef is in here. Like, it's got meat in here, but, you know, beef is a type of meat. Would they have a distinct word? Niku. Not you, Niku, actually. Thing is, like I've said about Japanese languages, it's like it's written out in kanji and hiragana, which is helpful. And hiragana, it's got like the character for gi, but it's got the character for you, but it's like right next to it and smaller. It's kind of hard to work out, because like sometimes it appears like normal size, but it's very obvious when it's, you know, like that. But essentially, when it's connected to another character like that, it can change it to a more U sounding. So gi becomes gu. And then it's got a U after that, so it's like a drawn out pronunciation where it's like U. And then it's got ni and ku at the end for meat. So gu niku. Gu niku. Kinda interesting. It's the same with English when you really think about it. I'd never really thought about it much, but if you look at some words, you can kind of see how they make sense. The only thing that doesn't really make sense in English when you look at the words is like, oh, I can see when I like really pay attention how this word makes sense. It's like when you have words that are kind of connected onto each other to kind of form a different words with a similar meaning but a bit slight difference. But the thing is, with English, is it's inconsistent with its damn pronunciations. Sometimes you think, oh, that makes sense, but then it's like, doesn't. It's just the same with Japanese a bit as well, but not to the same extent. Like, for example, the syllable su. A lot of times it's silent. It's weird. It's one of those annoying things. It's like when people say desu, it's usually just des. The u is silent. It's just the s, but without the u a lot of the times. And I've noticed the same with like ku as well. It's always that u. It's silent a lot of the times. Which is why when I'm writing down my notes when like doing my course, I'm always like paying attention to how they're saying it, because otherwise I'd pronounce the U when it's silent. I don't know if it really matters all that much, but I make note of it anyway, you know? What? I cannot allow this to happen by any means. Allow that, I mean. Cry and shout all you want, you'll just be watching us fill our mouths with beef. Don't worry though, we'll give the peppers and onions to you. I'll give Satoko lots and lots of that grilled squash too. No, Mr. Squash wants to be done to you! Wow, oh no, shit! This is the worst way to reference me ever! When Satoko heard the word squash, her complexion changed color. Perhaps a butternut color? When she took my overwhelming reach into account, she knew it wasn't just a threat, it could actually happen. You know, getting off track again, but with this whole squash business, it's like, made me think of those random Vocaloid clips I made. It's like, the last one I did, like, I've like put it into like episodes, and I've like uploaded 1 and 2, like these are new ones that I've started making after, you know, LPing Project Eva F. But I haven't made enough for a 3rd episode, and I can't remember the last time I uploaded for it. Episode 2 was ages ago. And the reason for that is, 1, lack of motivation. 2, what is the other reason, actually, other than lack of motivation? It's just like, for example, like I got these Miku Sings one, like I got like different series for like each Vocaloid within the series, if that makes sense. Like I'd have like Kato kind of like be like, okay, we're going to remember a moment from a past Let's Play, then it's got like Luca and Len just like, okay, let's teach some chords, which is also another pain in the ass one to do. Because just like, I thought, oh, that'd be easy, but no, I gotta explain how the chord works and shit, as well as freaking do the clip and all the lip movement. It's a pain in the ass. But the one that's really kind of made me kind of be all lazy is the Miku Sings one, where I have her sing a song. First one was really good. Second one was kind of Third one, I'm going with like how I like wrote them down. It's like in order. And I went, first there was All By Myself, then it was the Welsh National Anthem, and the third one is Walking in the Air. And I'm like, It's like, would I play it on guitar chords for it to back up Miku? Or would I play the piano bits? And I'm just like, I can't decide. I'd have to find a MIDI file for the piano bit so I could see the notes using Synthesia, because actually memorizing it, it's a chore. Oh, it would be kind of interesting to do that. But yeah, just like, how the hell did I end up rambling on about that? Because like I got a Mr. Squash series thing in there as well, you know. Anyways, enough rambling. There was even lag on my voice there, wasn't there? I'll go tell the coach. I'll tell him you really love squash. If it's for you, I bet he'll get a whole manner of specialty squash from all over Japan. If you don't like squash, well, you wouldn't like Mr. Butternut Squash then. Wow, good for you, Satoko. The funny thing is, that squash that I drew a face on ages ago, it's obviously no more. It's since passed on. Nobody ate it, obviously. I've never tried squash. It's just like, what was even the point in buying that? Well, it spawned one of my creations in the form of Mr. Squash, so that was its purpose. It just wasn't, you know, thought up straight away. You'll have your pick of the squash. You can have squash from dawn till dusk, 3 meals a day. Another bit off subject, but kind of relevant, is squash. Here in Britain, we have squash. Not, you know, like squash as in, you know, butternut squash. We have squash as in a drink. It's just like, I don't know if anywhere else in the world has this. It's like a juice of sorts. You like You put it in, you apply water, and that's squash. It's just like, it's like a juice that you've got to use water with it. It's just kind of like, I don't know, I never really thought much of it until I just heard people not actually, you know, knowing what the hell I was talking about when I say squash. It might be just a British thing, I don't know. Ah! Renna! Everyone's bullying me! Stuka tried to leap into Renna's chest. Oh no, clearly given enough. Second Renna's match punches would have piled on the ground. So just before Stuka hit Renna, I grabbed her by the nape of the neck and pulled her back. A superb reaction with only seconds of foresight, but at least it was supposed to be. It's no use, but for Renna, when I caught the leaping crying Satoko, it looked like I was keeping it to myself. Bam, 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 bam! Oh, no, Keiichi-kun. Is Renna's okay? Can I take her home? Ah, Renna's sad. Beat up me on side of Rika like that too. Whoa, hold on there. Ah! Bam, 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 bam. Okay, now where could Rika be? There she is. Renna-san over there. Just wait, Sunoko-chan. I'll take care of her right away. And I'm bringing you straight home. Sunoko, you mean? Oh, Rika-chan's so cute too. Oh, I'm gonna take you home. Well, obviously Rika's immune to that, isn't she? Well, she might have been KO'd by Renna at one point. I mean, she was sort of, you know, at that baseball game, but that was because, like, Renna had gone into cute mode and she was the target. But I don't think she'd ever actually knocked her out with a punch, or maybe she has. Just like, I can't really imagine it because you'd be like, no, it's too cute! Oh, Rika, it serves you right. Stuka laughed in a shrill voice at Rika-chan and Renna's unproductive game of tag while we watched them sprawled out on the ground. Are you alright, my Mara-san? Sorazaki-san. The coach came over and lent us a hand. He always has his sunglasses in his pocket, but he never wears them. He's got his own glasses, but he's got sunglasses as well. Just in case, I suppose. Yeah, this is just how we communicate, that's all. Don't mind us. If the way we communicate ends up leaving bruises on my face, then I don't want any more to do with it. You never learn, do you? Laughed the coach loudly. It made us start to laugh too. Stuka's laughter, Rika-chan's yelling, and Renna's strange voice were kind of comfortable to hear. To be honest, if all those voices were there at once, you know, the way I voice act the characters, I'd be very, very, very weirded out. Like, what the hell? The adults here knew what they were doing, so the barbecue was ready in short order. As the salad oil dripped out onto the plate with a hiss, there was a loud cheer. You know, off subject again, but I remember at the end of my Sims 2 LP, I'd like, the only time that I can recall ever recording multiple character voices to be played at the same time, so it was like post-recorded essentially, where I had every single character say something right at the end of the LP, like before it went into like a kind of montage of all their story entries. It was kind of weird, that was, but it all kind of just sounded the same anyway, because I didn't really have distinct voices for half the characters, other than, you know, I couldn't help my voice and my blackboard voice. And of course there was my voice as well, but, you know, it's just like, it was maybe like 4 different distinct voices and that was it. As the salad oil dripped down onto the plate with a hiss, there was a loud cheer. When the coach brought over a big plate with all the meat on it, we all cheered again. Wow, this meat looks amazing. Coach, you really did splurge on it. I did make a promise. Can you tell how much all this weighs? It really did cost me a lot. Of course it did. Third-rate meat wouldn't be enough of a reward for everything I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Every time I do her laugh, it just sounds weird, like. It's because I'm trying to keep that kind of voice I've given her at the same time, and it's hard to do. It's kind of similar with Rika. I mean, her voice that I've given her isn't really like, it doesn't stand out as much, but it's kind of hard to do. It's like my voice kind of breaks, even though it's not a high-pitched voice, but it sort of is. It's just like, I don't know why it's so hard to freaking voice her.
Yeah, Satoko-chan's definitely the guest of honor today.
Yeah, Satoko was the one who hit that last home run after all. She might have caught the guy off guard, but the arc it flew was long and true.
Satoko is pretty athletic.
Not bad at all. She could be one of the best of our generation. She doesn't fall behind in physical ability even compared to me.
Maybe Satoko-chan has a big future in the world of sports. Oh, stop singing my praises. You're making me blush. Munch, munch.
Satoko, for whom the excessive praise made her not notice the hurriedly grilled meat being stolen one after the other, was just far too cute. You fool! My motorcycle is heavy! Sabina-kun and Okamura-kun were carrying something over to us. It was a huge barbecue plate. Whoa! The barbecue's protagonist has arrived! The plate was chock full of skewers with vegetables and meat on them. The grilled, burning hot meat juices made a noise as they drizzled off. You need a lot of heat for cooking something on a metal skewer, so they had grilled the whole plate at once. If you can't have a barbecue without some of these, you can say that again, I'll help you out, so let's get it over there. Up we go.
Wow, look, it's amazing.
Everyone greet us with a cheer. Each person received a skewer with vegetables and big pieces of meat on it. All this is making me hungry, honestly. I can't remember the last time I had anything resembling that, or if I ever have, to be honest. I don't do barbecues, really. It's like, anytime we have a barbecue, I don't really tend to eat anything from it. But when I do, on the rare chance I do, usually a burger with those lovely onions on top, with a bit of sauce. They also received paper cups filled to the brim with juice. Yeah, one thing that really bugs me about some types of meat is those horrible sticky bits. Where it's like, and you can't chew it, you can't break it into pieces, so you're just like, poof, and it just pops out of your mouth, you just spit it out. It's like, because how are you supposed to eat that? And it always puts me off, stuff like that. I only like it if it's like, doesn't have those little bits that are just like, bang, 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 all chewy and you can't actually break it down, so you're like, bleh. In my right hand were pounds of piping hot barbecue. In the left was a cup of juice that I could chug down. If this didn't make you want to dance, you weren't a man. What? It's like, oh, you have a barbecue and you got some juice. Doesn't that make you want to dance for some reason? I can't hold back any longer. I'm gobbling it down. Gobble, gobble. Not just yet, Keiichi. We've got a little ceremony first. Can I have your attention, everyone? A coach with a cup of beer in his hand mounted the nearby beer cooler. This was supposed to be a victory celebration after all. We needed an opening statement. Damn, I hope it ends soon. For every second this goes on for, a little more of the food's freshness goes away. And then a fly comes along and it's like, no! Oh, Satoko slumped down onto the back of my foot.
My word, men your age are so greedy. Can you not wait a little more elegantly?
Is everything I'm thinking really showing on my face? Everything shows on your face, Keiichi. Okay, is everyone listening? We won a huge game yesterday. And to become a hard battle after that amazing pitcher came in. But thanks to equally reliable savers on our side, we scored a beautiful turnaround victory.
Both my hands were full, so the adults and elder bros gave us a round of applause, and the bird chirped as well, applauding in its own way. This is to celebrate that victory. As promised, I got a ton of delicious meat for everyone. Eat as much as you want and use that energy on our next game. Then after a few words of thanks to the brothers and bros who helped with the barbecue, he led us in a toast. Cheers! They say that when toasting you would normally down the contents of your cup. But we were young. At the toast, all of us immediately began to dig into our skewers. After that, it got really lively with everyone congratulating one another for things they did during the game. Like how someone made a great catch, or how awesome someone looked when stealing a base. Of course, they congratulated me too, the savior who appeared to fight against the cushion pitcher. Well, even what I did was all thanks to Sudoku. Sudoku did have a plan, but you're the only one who could have won over a committee like you did, Keiichi. You did more than enough to deserve praise. By the way, Keiichi, you went to eat cake with comical after that, didn't you? You looked like you were best friends. The seeds of friendship sprang between male rivals, something like that. That sort of, well, it's... I violently brushed through Rena's hair as she turned red in the face, like her hair. For some reason, not to mention a friendship between males dispersing her pleasant-seeming ideas. You know, isn't it weird? Well, you know, orange is kind of a reddish color, but still, I find it weird when they say redheads, when it's like, well, you got ginger, and then you got redheads. But sometimes it's kind of blurred in between, really, isn't it? Hers is more like kind of ginger than red, really, isn't it? But whatever. When you really think about it, it's bizarre, really, isn't it? I mean, that's to be expected with anime art style, really. But you got Mion and Shion, they have green hair. This is supposed to be Japan. Anywhere in the world, really, that would seem bizarre. Then you've got Rena with her ginger red hair. Keiichi looks the most normal, I suppose, because while we haven't seen him on screen, he's got brown hair and brown eyes. No, I think he has blue eyes, actually. And then you got Sudoku, who's blonde, which I suppose isn't overly common in Japan, unless they dye their hair, really. And then there's Riko, who's got purple hair. So really, Keiichi's probably the most normal looking of them all when it comes to hair color and eye color and all that shit. Anyways, now then, where's the hero, or rather, the heroine, Sudoku? Oh, there she is. Sudoku was with Rika-chan in the middle of bragging her heart out about the home run yesterday. And her teammates spared no compliment for her, since even though he was going easy on her, the fact that she hit a throw from a cushion pitcher was something else. Sudoku was more gracious than usual. It seemed she was in a great mood. She was flying so high that I thought for a moment about getting a word in to tease her. But she was the leading actress today, so I decided not to bully her at all. As I watched Sudoku going at things as lively as usual under the sun, it struck me that it didn't quite line up with the pleasant time I'd spent with her. But both of those were the real Sudoku. I didn't care which it was, her smiling happily or making a big, lively fuss like this. Just as long as she would keep smiling like this forever. She looks like she's having fun. Quite a lot of it. The coach had approached me from behind before I realized it. As he gazed at Sudoku from afar like I had been doing, he addressed me. So I could tell he was talking about her. As it just cleanse your soul to see Sudoku-chan smiling. He smiled, refreshed, looking for confirmation. I felt a little embarrassed to admit it, so against my better judgment, I played it off. Really? I don't think her smile could cleanse so much as a place. I'm sure Sudoku-chan would be mad if she heard that. But that part of her is very cute too. Leaving her cuteness aside, I could understand him thinking Sudoku getting angry for being teased would be fun. Mr. Irie, was it? That's right. Everyone else calls me Coach. I'd be very happy if you called me Coach as well, my Lord-san. As he said that, Coach Irie smiled blushingly. Coach, you seem to like Sudoku a lot. I I didn't have any real basis for saying that. It was just what I felt to be true.
Yes, I do like her. I love her, in fact. When she gets older, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. What?
This guy really says some insane stuff, doesn't he? After being astonished by this, I hurried to put my mind back in order. I'd heard that this coach guy was the kind of person who said crazy things out of nowhere. According to Mion, if I took everything he said seriously, I physically wouldn't be able to take it.
I'd imagine so.
If I was able to ignore that part of him, he seemed like he'd be a really funny guy.
I'm Arthur. Is that surprising? Could it be you're going after Sudoku-chan yourself? That would bother me. I've been going after her for decades now. Coach Satoko hasn't even been alive for much more than a decade.
Coach gave a dry grin and laughed. Was this how I should be doing it? I must somehow master the art of responding to this coach guy. What is that one Japanese style of comedy? Just give me... I freaking forget what it's called. I don't really fully understand it either, but it feels like that's kind of what they're going with the humor then, maybe. I forget what it's called, though. After that, I received many words of praise for my actions, almost too many. As that conversation was happening, leaving aside the controversial statements his coach person would express, suddenly I learned he was very composed, not a bad guy by any stretch. I think Satoko deserves more praise for that crazy home run she got. I honestly didn't think she had it in her.
Sudoku-chan's older brother was more of a quiet bookworm type. She probably inherited the exact opposite skill set.
Her brother? Right, he meant Satoshi. The one who left Satoshi and ran away from home Satoko was needing. Satoshi Hojo.
Do you not know about him? Sudoku-chan's older brother, I mean. His name is Satoshi Hojo, and he played with the Hinibizawa fighters too. I wanted him to play a lot more, but then he transferred.
I see. Remember, this is a bit like Onikatushi with that, isn't it? Remember that? They used that exact word Ren and Mion did. Or maybe it was just Renner, but when talking about Satoshi, whenever Keiichi would ask, it's like, what happened to him? Oh, he transferred out. And it's just like, what do you mean by transferred? Well, obviously by transferred, like, he seems to have ran away, so it's a bit of an odd wording, really, regardless. We'll learn a lot more about Satoshi in this route arc, obviously. And some other ones as well, so he transferred. Yeah, maybe that was a little more considerate than saying he ran away. Now that he mentioned it, I think it was Rena. I think she said Satoshi transferred too. Indeed she did. I didn't know the details of him having run away from home at the time, so I didn't pay much attention to it, but... Only her brother transferred? That's sort of unusual. Everyone having fun was far away and their cheerful voices distant. So, he's like, okay, let's change the topic to be more kind of serious.